perception divide, or somewhat of a war. I'm coming from Atlanta, so I'll need some briefing.
Yeah.
But before I get into that space, it does seem that white America fears us in position, and I think it was always this stipulation that we will do to them what they've done upon us. And I don't know why. I guess because there's a guilt there, but I don't personally see us doing that. I don't see black people owning slaves and just being cool about it and drinking lemonade while they're whooping your grandmother in the back. We're trying to figure out other ways to come about it.
But the thing is, that's the thing that makes us unique as Foundation of Black Americans. They've always said what they weren't going to do, and we said, no, you're going to do it. They didn't want to release us from slavery. They never planned on releasing us from slavery, and they tried to give it to Abraham Lincoln as if he just found it in the goodness of his heart to release us. We have to understand, during antebellum slavery, there were major slave rebellions and successful ones that they don't talk about. The Seminole Wars, that was really a slave rebellion. Many of those people were black people fighting against the U.S. government and actually winning. And there were black people living in certain swamp areas fighting and destroying plantations and running back into the swamp. So we were actively fighting against slavery. And those same people came out of the swamp and started fighting in the Civil War. Many black people were fighting in the Civil War. That's why the Civil War was won by the Union, because of the black people. We were helping to free ourselves. They didn't want to free us. Let's go to the 1960s. They didn't want to give us civil rights. White people never woke up and said, hey, let's stop with all of these Jim Crow signs. This is wrong. They never said that. Black people hit the streets of America and started lighting businesses on fire, sniping people from roofs, and creating havoc and saying, we're not going to take this no more. Then they decided, okay, let's give them some civil rights.
So I can lean, and I think that's where I was able to kind of put that out there. Is because I respect that, which is you're not asking. I used to associate reparation with asking. You're more so seems to demanding, and we're not gonna let up until we get what we're supposed to get. Is that the energy?
That's the energy. And